What do you want?
To say farewell. We're leaving.
16 is amazing so far.
Good decision. Better that than buried out there in the
It's
black.
amazing.
You've got a lot to thank that girl for, you know.
There was like a huge sequence that happened
And I will.
last night.
Now,
So
what do you really want?
a lot of bombs dropped.
We both know you don't come here for conversation.
Okay. I think I got everything I need. Yeah.
It'd better all be here. You're rubbing me blind, you know. Off you go then.
PS5.
And best of luck.
Yeah. I feel it. I mean, I didn't get a PS5 until somewhat recently, so it's not like I've always had it, you know?
So your mind's made up, is it?
We'll be leaving for Rosaria as soon as we're able.
Back down memory lane, eh? Rosaria ain't what she used to be, Clive, and not since the Imperials moved in. First sign of trouble, you make straight for Martha's Rest and ask for the landlady. She's a friend of the cause. Tell her you're with Sid, and she'll help you out.
Understood. Thank you, Gav.
Yeah,
I'd be lost without you.
yeah, I'm just doing my job. No need to make such a fuss. You take care, alright? Oh, I'm crap at goodbyes. Where's Sid when you need him?
Give him my regards when he gets back.
I will.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Ready, my lady?
Ready.
I think he still calls her that. Yeah, so there was, do you want me to try to catch you up real quick, Blue, or no? Because a lot happened, so. Okay, so basically, after the Garuda fight, like, Clive ends up taking her powers, even though he doesn't really know how, which we expected. But it's not, like, the full amount, and basically she kind of, like, has, like, a mental breakdown, and she summons, like, the full version of Garuda. And so initially they were just gonna kind of ignore it and just be like, you know, whatever, because she summons like this giant tornado, and it's like, and it's cool too when you fight her. There's like a remix of like the song from 14 for Garuda, which is nice. Either way, eventually they weren't gonna fight her, but they do go fight her because he sees like that figure that he's been seeing, like it's like a guy on fire. So Clive is like, this is Ifrit, I'm gonna go chase him or whatever. So he goes in there, even though Sid tells him not to. And then basically he's about to die, and then the whole like Ifrit thing comes out, and then you have like this whole like ridiculously cinematic fight with Garuda and Ifrit and stuff like that. And then he does end up killing her, like Benedicta, she does die, like from what we saw and everything like that. But then you find out that the other dude who was in prison, that they imprisoned earlier, who was like the Icon of Fire or whatever, which this was a huge surprise to me, was is actually Joshua. He's still alive, which I'm not surprised, because the whole Phoenix thing, you know, it's like, okay. So he's alive, but he's older, so he looks a little different because, you know, obviously like 10 years have passed and everything. So he says he's gonna go back to Rosario, which is where they're from, or wherever that's called. And now Clive is gonna go back because he's like, I need to see it for myself. But he doesn't know Joshua's alive. So, and I don't know if Joshua knows that he's alive. So it's, yeah, there's a lot going on. And then Jill woke up and she hasn't talked about her, how she became Shiva yet. Really. So I assume we'll get that soon. But yeah.
Rosaria. It's been 13 years.
Clive is feeling very guilty.
The smell of the grass. It's just as I remember it.
You haven't been back either.
I couldn't. Bran did keep a close watch on each other in the Imperial Army. You get beheaded just for knowing a deserter. The only way out was on a mission.
I see.
But mostly I was afraid. Afraid to go back.
I know.
But I'm here now.
Because she's wearing blue now.
Thanks to you. We should press on. That inn at the top of the hill must be Martha's Rest. Gav said the landlady's a friend.
But can we say the same for her patrons?
Imperials don't tend to take well to those with
But yeah,
white
he was
marks.
in prison because he went out of control.
I'm a branded
And Sid had to
soldier,
stop him.
sworn to protect my noble
But now he feels
mistress.
guilty because now he's like, you know, that he killed Joshua. Joshua's not really dead. So,
It was good, honest work
what is
building that.
this? Oh. Oh, people eat them too? Oh, God. Okay.
Back when we had
Mucking, stacking, packing, peeking, palming, foisting, fingering. What? Okay.
proper trades, not just
Excuse me. Would you happen to be the landlady?
Depends who's asking, and why they have an Imperial bearer with them.
For protection, which hopefully won't be needed. If you can advise me on the safest route to the west.
It's your friend here I'd be worried about. Bearers don't have an easy time of it in Rosaria. Even a Stratton lad like him might attract the wrong kind of attention. And if he gets nabbed, it ain't likely to end well for you either.
Then we'll just have to stay out of the malicious way. Gav said you might be able to help us.
Follow me. Sorry for before. Can't be too wary of strangers asking questions in our game. I'm Martha, an old friend of Sid's. He said he had high hopes for a bearer who joined recently. I expect that's you. So, where is it you're headed?
For Phoenix Gate. We have questions that need answering.
Is that so?
I'm guessing, yeah.
Well, if you want to avoid the garrison, the road through Eastpool's your best bet. Or it would be, if the bridge hadn't collapsed. A right bloomin' nuisance it is. We've had no trade with the village for weeks. I did ask our carpenter to take a look at it. But he went out on another job, and he hasn't come back.
Do you think something might have happened to him?
Fingers crossed he's just taking his time. The alternative don't bear thinking about.
We'll find him. And make sure he's safe. We both need that bridge repaired. Your carpenter sounds like the man to do it.
I see why Sid's got such a soft spot for you. If you could, I'd be in your debt.
You said that he went out on a job?
Right. He went down into the marshes to check on another bridge. The one by the Fallen Gate.
The marshes were dangerous at the best of times. We should hurry.
There's a ladder to the side of the gate. That's the quickest way down, if you've a head for heights. His name is Bernard. Should you find him well, tell him
Bernard.
Martha
I would have
sent
not
you,
pronounced it that way.
and that he's
Okay.
wanted at the bridge to Eastpool.
But I guess that's the British way of pronouncing Bernard.
To the marshes, then. Let's find that ladder.
Wasn't I down here?
He goes to Eastpool, leave.
Here's the gate. And that must
Yeah,
be the
I
ladder.
was down here. We.
I don't care what you... Get away from me!
Oh.
What was that?
I thought the yell was Clive for a
Came from
minute.
under the bridge. Come on.
There he is.
Hold on, we're coming!
Oh my god, I guess that was it.
That's enough.
Didn't jump high enough.
Good work!
I love how I crossed through here and we didn't see this guy. But for plot convenience, he's there.
Thank you, my lady. You saved my life.
Not the guy?
Not at all. You're Bernard the carpenter, yes?
I am. I didn't realize my name was known so widely.
I'm a friend of Martha's. She asked us to come and find you.
Well, I'm very grateful for it. I just finished checking these piles when I turn around. I see a gang of slavering monsters looking to feast on my flesh. If you hadn't come when you did, I'd have been snipped into
This is like the
strips by
opposite
now.
of Louisiana.
We're just glad you're safe.
I best go and give my regards to the landlady then, hey?
Actually, she asked that if we found you, we should beg you make haste to repair the bridge to Eastpool.
Of course. I said I'd take a look at it, but it clean slipped my mind. I'll head up there straight away.
I like how even the NPCs that have beards, it's not like a really crappy... I'm not saying it's like a good beard, but it's not like a crappy one that they just give NPCs, you know? Like, it'll just be like a line, you know?
The trusses are still sturdy. It's just a matter of replacing
I
the
can't even see like
stringers
the
and
little
relining the
tiny
deck.
bit of stubble
I'll have it
above.
done in no time.
Thank you, Bernard. We were hoping to take the road to Eastpool ourselves. We're very grateful for your help. And sorry for asking this of you after what you've been through.
I owe you my life. Fixing a bridge is the least I can do. Thank you, my lady. And you too, son.
Finally
You're
acknowledged
Sid,
him.
And yeah, me and him, we go way back. Not as far as Martha mine, but far enough.
I see.
Well, I best get cracking then. You go and let Martha know I'm all right, and she'll have her bridge back soon enough.
We will.
Can't imagine. I mean, I feel that way about myself. I don't really feel that way with other people. But, like, if there was time travel and I had to go back and deal with, like, my young self,
Good day
Yeah.
to you.
I have no idea.
I'm afraid the Abbey is not open for public prayer. May Grieger go with you?
I'd probably smack him up
We came to offer a donation
myself.
from Martha.
Suddenly it's open with money.
I see. Then please, follow me. I don't want to die. Please, Father. Come in for the pain. I beg you.
The light, it fades. I don't want to die alone.
It's all right. I'm here.
Who are these people?
Martha's bearers. She entrusted them to my care, that I might ease their suffering. To the extent that I can.
Oh, I was gonna say.
For the time they have left.
The curse has taken them. All of them.
As it does every bearer forced to use their gift. With each draw on the ether, their bodies petrify, till all that remains is stone and pain, and so they are cast aside. There is nothing either Martha or I can do to change that, but we can at least strive to make their final hours a little more bearable.
Is that a pun? It's the bears? You just do that?
Have faith, my son, for you shall rise again, and find the happiness denied you in this life.
Thank you, Father.
I must offer you my own thanks for the medicine you so kindly brought. Now their final moments may be moments of peace.
Sucks.
When next you see Martha, pray tell her that 2 more have succumbed.
Yeah, I guess they're kind of like crystallizing. He said they turn like stone. But not quite the same as like 13. Where they're like genuine crystals.
We should get back to Martha's Rest.
Yes, we should.
I wonder if there's fast travel back. Tell me how to argue it made 0 sense. Yeah. I mean, it honestly could be...
Thank you for bringing us the physics.
I don't even know what it was at the time. It could have been like...
so reliant on Martha's kindness.
Maybe one or both of us were going through something.
To soothe these bearers' woes without it.
So... yeah. A lot of times when you look back at arguments, unless it's like obviously like a really serious thing, a lot of times you could look back at arguments like with anyone and you're like, oh, this is really like nothing. Like, you're just like, why do we argue over that? Like, my mom and I have that a lot. So, we've had like arguments, like serious arguments about stuff. And sometimes it was like, okay, this is a genuine serious thing, but mostly it was not. It was like, I took something that you said this way, even though it wasn't that way. It's like a perception thing, you know? I feel like yeah, happens a lot. Yeah. Has a lot of proper nouns, doesn't have nearly as bad proper sounds. Yeah. I mean, that's one of my biggest complaints about the 13 one, especially for new players, is that the story, I feel like, for 13 isn't great initially, because it throws so much stuff at you, and it throws all these like nouns, like you're saying, where you're like, what is that? And then why are there like 3 types of lassies and stuff, you know? Like, what's the difference between a pulse lassie and a pulse fal'Cie and a C? And it gives you all that in like the first like 5 hours of the game. So but once you understand it, then you're like, oh, okay. But it throws everything at you at once, on top of like the beginning moves pretty fast. So there's like blah 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 fancy word, and you're like, okay, what's happening? And then like, what is this? Her sister just turned into a crystal, and it's I remember vividly. It's one of the times when I think I know what it's about. I think I recall what it's about, but I'm not sure. Because I usually don't argue too much. Like, I really avoid arguing with people in general. Like, a lot of times I will just let people, like, just win, so to speak, just to, so I don't have to engage. Because, you know, things are stressful enough in general, so.
Ah, you're back. Thanks for taking care of that.
The abbot had a message for you. 2 more have succumbed.
I see. Come upstairs. So, now you know.
You enjoy arguing? No, I don't.
I've seen plenty of bearers die on the battlefield.
I do not.
But never like that.
And all because they were born different. The powers that be can't take away their
I know you
gift.
like arguing, though.
They strip them of their humanity instead.
I am aware.
Oh, there's plenty who pity a bearer's plight. But so long as we're content to sit around, weeping for those on whose broken backs we're carried, we ain't gonna change nothing.
And so you lend Sid your strength.
What little of it I have. Used profits from this place to buy the poor buggers.
So when the abbot told us the bearers were yours...
Aye, they're my property, at least by law. Any still fit to work fetch a price beyond my means. All I can do is care for those who are past mending. But it's not all doom and gloom. Bernard's finished fixing that bridge for you. You can carry on to Eastpool now. You got questions that need answering, ain't you? Well, I wish you luck.
Thank you, Martha.
Oh, I almost forgot. Sid and I have other friends in Rosaria. Wear this and they'll know you for one of us.
I'll bring children.
And know that you will always be welcome here.
Same, yeah.
You were right, Sid. It really is them. Lord Rosfield and Lady Warwick have come back to us. And long may they stay.
Oh, so she knows, okay. I mean, which is understandable, because, I mean, they do look different, but not, like, insanely different.
It was good, honest work building that aqueduct.
Back when we had problems.
Sid.
Ah, Clive. You're not where I left you.
Hurt your hand.
I did, aye. With 1,000 little lightning bolts. Can't fling them around the way I used to.
Yeah, because he transformed.
Think of it
I
as
forgot to tell you.
my decoration for long service and exit.
He transformed into Ramu completely to stop Clive. Previously.
didn't come here to compare war wounds.
We didn't.
Thank you, Sid. For everything.
If you want to leave, that's your lookout. I'm sure you'll have a long and happy life together if you stay out of my way.
Sid!
Oh.
Oh, I haven't looked that up actually.
I knew a girl back in the day.
I just know that apparently the
She was a
Japanese
slave to a
version
fight,
doesn't have lip
just
sync,
like you.
which is people complaining about.
I wanted to save her. For a while, I even thought I could. But just because you think something doesn't make it true.
True.
Sid.
I'm no savior. Just a conceited old fool. I talk about people forging their own futures. But instead of handing them the hammer, I beat them with my own. And if no bugger wants to listen to what you've got to say, you might as well keep your gob shut. But Clive, I will say this. You're not a monster. You're the same man you've always been. Accept that, and you may yet escape your fate.
My fate.
Look, lad, you've had a hard life. And I don't see it getting much easier. You might not be able to save anyone else, but at the very least, you can save yourself.
I'll try.
And Jill, I'm sorry we didn't get a chance to talk, but I trust you'll take good care of the boy.
Yes, I will.
Is that the last of it?
Aye.
We'd best head back then. Wouldn't want to keep Nan waiting. Ta-ra then.
Quiet, isn't it?
Yes.
You're Clive Rossfield.
Oh. Okay, grabbed his sword.
It's me, Hannah, Rodney Murdoch's wife.
Lady Hannah.
Oh, but he's dead. Yeah, because Clive accidentally killed him when he transformed.
Oh, I knew it was you. You haven't changed at all. The Lord Marquis and Jill too. It's so good to see you both again.
He literally incinerated him. He didn't mean to, but that was Ifrit coming
It's
out.
good to see you too, Lady Hannah.
But I don't know if he has a recollection of that. The Clive.
If you have time, you simply must come back to the house. I haven't much to offer, but what is mine is yours.
We should be delighted.
And you have been wandering the world ever since. I can well understand fleeing from those iron blood brutes, but oh, to take to the road at such a tender age.
wasn't easy, but we survived, and...
And now we're back. It's wonderful to see you safe and well, Lady Hannah.
Maybe he does know because he looks like he's feeling kind of...
Do you think you will stay here, in Eastpool? Rosalith still enjoys the Mother Crystal's blessing, does it not? You could always move.
This house holds a lot of memories for me. So long as I can live here in peace, here I shall stay. Not that it matters. The capital is closed to civilians, by order of the Duchess. Or should I say, Her Imperial Majesty. Annabella's marriage to the Emperor of Sambrec heralded a great many changes here.
Yes. Of course.
Oh, forgive me. I didn't mean to...
Please. There is nothing to forgive. Would my mother not make an exception for you and your husband? Surely she would not refuse the Lord Commander.
He's dead.
You haven't heard, then. Rodney passed away on the night of the fire. He never returned from Phoenix Gate.
He's about to feel real bad.
I'm sorry.
Clive.
My poor child. You look pale. All this traveling must have taken its toll. I insist you rest. We can talk later.
I wonder if he's gonna tell her though. That's a hard thing to do though. Because it wasn't his intention. It was just literally a side effect of like Ifrit coming out. I mean, it's the icon of fire, so fire's gonna be there.
Sure, you don't want to sleep inside.
Yeah.
I can't. Not after what I did.
Lady Hannah said she would prepare a change of clothes for you in the morning. She really has been very kind.
Dang, Jill's a ride or die because she could have stayed inside and she's out there in the barn with him.
Years of killing. 13 years without the faintest glimmer of hope. It was only Joshua that kept me going. I swore that I would avenge his death. That I would kill his killer. That was the only thing that gave my life any meaning. But if it was me who killed Joshua and Murdoch and all the others, then why the hell am I still breathing?
I ask myself the same. When I fought, hundreds died. There were so many bodies, so many lives cut short in their prime. That day in Dalmekia, I wanted to join them. I wanted it all to end. I couldn't bear it anymore. If living meant being that, better to be just another body.
I'm sorry.
Do you remember that night on the balcony? When we looked up at the moon? I said a prayer to Metia, and that prayer was answered.
Yeah, that was the beginning.
You came back to me. The heavens must have a plan for us.
Oh. Okay.
We should get some rest.
Right.
Good night, Clive.
A little spark there.
Sleep well.
Thank you, Lady Hannah. Perhaps now people will not flee at the sight of me.
You look just like Elwyn did when he was your age.
How did you come to have some of my father's...
Oh, he's got his cool outfit now. Nice.
Oh, before Elwyn became Archduke,
I love this outfit.
our families would often summer together. He and Rodney were like brothers. These clothes have been in a wardrobe for years, collecting cobwebs along with everything else.
Well, I'm very grateful for them. And sorry for depriving you of your memories.
Not at all. It's what your father would have wanted.
They suit you well. Thank you, Lady Hannah.
I love that it's the... He has the red and black and she has the white and blue.
No, I should thank you. It may only have been for a short while. But seeing you again took me back to happier times. Fare you well, my lord and lady.
And you, Lady Hannah.
It also works too because his father would wear red and black. So yeah.
If we follow the road to the north, it should take us all the way to...
So it's not just the Ifrit thing, like it actually makes sense. Yeah, his outfit looks way better. And looks like he can really... I mean, he could take a hit before, but... now he really can take a hit.
Harvest down again this year.
I love how they talk about how this village is suffering, and then he's just taking stuff from them in treasure chests. I mean, I am taking stuff from them, but yeah. He doesn't look hobo-ish. Yeah. Well, that was the military attire for the unit he was in, so... just checking to see if I missed anything. I don't think I need to activate this. I think it does it automatically. Okay, no, we're good. It's just a waystone so I can fast travel.
I fear that the old road to Phoenix Gate was lost to the Blight many years ago.
It's gonna make it a
Have
brown.
care out there, both of you.
Can I hop out or no? Probably not. Sorry, I got a reading now. Oh, never mind. Can we go this way? Okay. There's no indicator on the door, so...
You? Those are Elwyn's. By the flames. You're his firstborn. Clive Rosfield.
Well, everyone just knows.
You're mistaken.
You're just wearing his clothes. You look just like him. You're mistaken.
Oh, you can't fool me, my lord. You're the very image of your father. And that would be true even if you weren't wearing his clothes.
Yeah.
The self-same garments Hannah was keeping for you, if I'm not mistaken. She always swore that she would never part with them until the day Elwyn's sons returned. And now that day has come. Why, you'll be able to take your bearers back as well.
My bearers?
Yeah, I'm not sure what he totally means by that.
Forgive me, Master Mayor. I was a child when last I came to Eastpool. I didn't recognize you.
Oh, I'd be surprised if you recognized anything at all. Much has changed since Rosaria fell to the Empire. Not least for the bearers, who once served her noble families. When the Ironbloods sacked Rosalith 13 years back, many who lost their masters fled here in search of sanctuary.
And never returned.
Aye. The plan was to send them home once we'd won back the capital. But then the Imperials arrived. Rosaria became a province of Sanbreque. The duchy was dissolved, and they no longer had any home to return to. Back in your father's day, any bearer who lost their master became a ward of the duchy. We'd hand them over to the sheriffs, and they'd be assigned a new position. But when we saw how the Empire treated their branded, we knew that wasn't an option. So they've been here ever since.
And now you want to give them to me?
They're yours by right, Lord Rosfield.
I assume he's just gonna free him, though.
By your late father. And they'd be better off serving you than hiding here. Indeed.
Or you're gonna have like a
many
mercenary
serve
corps or
your
something.
house and still consider the Rosfields their masters.
I'm no one's master. Not anymore.
Here's your slaves back, I know.
I understand. You'll forgive an old man his fanciful notions. Been daydreaming for too long. But still, I would ask a favor of you. A small mercy.
If it is within my power.
One of the bearers is an elderly fellow who still swears absolute loyalty to Archduke Elwyn. I don't ask that you take him into your service, only that you meet with him. Let him see that Elwyn's son still lives, and that he's as fine a man as his father ever was.
It would be my honor.
Thank you, my lord. He sits by the well most days, watching the people go about their business. If you could show him your face, I would be most grateful.
As fine a man as my father.
You're not so very different, you know. Especially dressed like that. Come on, let's go and meet that
Sneakily
bearer.
calling him fine. A double entendre. Hey, guy who got freed from 13 years of slavery. Here's your family's slaves. I know, right?
Well, I can't leave without meeting him. I've let the mayor down once already. It would be cruel to disappoint him again.
Right, let's ask around. Someone must have seen him.
Well now, unfamiliar faces. What brings you to Eastpool, travelers?
We're looking for an elderly bearer. You wouldn't happen to have seen him, would you?
Ah, you mean the old boy who always waits by the well?
The old boy. I love
Yes,
they call him
that's
that.
him.
What What business do you have with him, if you don't mind me asking? You're not from the capital too, are you?
We are, in a way.
Well, then it's a pleasure to meet a fellow Rosalithian. I was born and raised down Market Street. And never would have left if Archduke Elwyn had survived the fire.
Damn.
It wasn't the same when the Duchess took over, though. All the beatings, the evictions.
The way she said that. Maybe it wasn't
levies
bad,
going
but it
up
seemed
and
bad.
up and up, even as the blight took half the harvest. Oh, listen to me. Telling you what you already know. I'm sorry. And I'm afraid I can't help you with your bearer either. Though I doubt he'll have gone far. He comes here every day. Almost as if he's waiting for something.
We'll keep asking around then. Thank you.
Jill's like, get me out of this conversation. Just wanted a yes or no.
Good day, milady. What can I do for you?
I thought she's the one asking
I'm
as well,
looking for a
not
bearer,
Clive. Clive's just
an
back there
elderly
like,
fellow who used to serve the Rosfields. Have you seen him?
Ah, that old loon. No sign of him today. Funny, he's usually down by the well at this hour, cooking up his fantasy feasts.
he is. Clive's just in the back. Yeah, just posted up.
Oh, he worked in the kitchens at Rosalith Castle back in the day. Still thinks he's there now. You'll often hear the poor fool chatting away to the Archduke. Living in a dream he is. But better there than here, I suppose. Can't imagine the Viceroy stopping to trade tales with a bearer. Can you?
No.
Anyway, you'll be round here somewhere.
He asked for no
Doubt he has the
pickles.
path to stray too
I know.
far.
Jill's 100% that person.
We'll keep looking.
He asked for no pickles.
Hey, hold on a mo. Young Patrick, the chocobo keeper, might know where he is. He's taken the old bird under his wing, so to speak.
Oh, is that my chocobo?
He'll
Or
be in
Clive's
the
chocobo?
stables. You should have
Ambrosia?
a word with them.
Patrick the Chocobo Keeper. Thank you. We will.
I'm sorry, Jill, for making you do all this in my stead.
It can't be helped if we're to keep up the pretense.
So does this count? Hold on. I know it's a new sword, but... Oh, it is a new sword. Okay. Invictus. Yeah, because there's a higher rarity, too.
Stables.
I was like, I feel like it's reflecting a lot more, but yeah. Like, you can see the light reflect off it a ton. Comparatively. Because I had like a wind one. Or no, I had the Titan one before.
Where the bloody hell's he got to?
Excuse me, but is something the matter?
It's this bearer I've been minding. I take my eyes off him for 1 minute and he disappears. He's not in his usual spot by the well, nor anywhere else in the village.
You must be Patrick.
I am, but...
And this bearer you're looking for, he's an elderly man who used to work in the Rosalith Castle kitchens, yes?
That's the fella. How do you know all this? I've never seen you in Eastpool before, but you seem to know the place better than I do myself.
Somebody else. I mean, how else? Okay, they're like, we're not going to explain this again. So.
Ah, so that's how it is. Well then, if you're acting under orders of the mayor, you're on about to help me find him. He's been losing what little sense he had left of late, saying the sheriffs are coming to collect him and that he needs to go back to the castle. I was supposed to watch over him, keep him out of trouble.
How would he know
but
that,
if he's
though?
walked out on
I mean,
us,
I guess he could
there's
just be
not a lot I
senile,
can
but...
do.
I don't know.
Understood. You keep searching here, we'll look for him outside.
Thank you. I'm in your debt.
I hope he hasn't wandered into trouble.
Let's just concentrate on finding him.
Okay.
Drink up.
Still no sign. Could he have strayed even further?
I like how the scarecrows are black mages. I just realized that. You see that? They got the hat, the eyes, blue outfit. That's cute. Good touch. Okay. Is that back this way though, or is this? Was there no? No, there's another way. It's where I was earlier. About that Drago. Yeah, I know there's a lot of people complaining on the internet about how this doesn't feel like a Final Fantasy game, but I could not disagree more. As someone who's like played them all.
Look, there's someone over there.
Must be him.
It might be him. We should hurry. Company.
We can't leave it to the old man. They need to die.
Agreed.
Cannot imagine bugs being that big.
Give them all you've got, boy. Keep your distance.
Oh, I didn't know you were away from your PC. Were you at a family dinner again? On Twitch? Oh, you're at work. Oh, okay. I had no idea. I just remember once you said you were watching my stream whenever you like have at a family dinner or something.
Are you all right, my friend? Come on. Let's go home.
Your Grace, you came for me. I waited for you so long, but you finally came.
I'm not who you think.
Clive.
Yes. Pray forgive my long delay.
It's nothing, Your Grace. I prayed to the Founder that you would come, and at long last, he answered. Will we be returning to the castle, then? There is still a place for me in the kitchens?
No, my friend. We will not be returning to the castle, not yet. I'm on a very important expedition, one which may take some time. Could you wait for me in Eastpool until my journey is complete? I will come back for you then. I promise.
You guys gonna die?
Of course, Your Grace. For you, I would gladly wait until my dying day.
Thank you, both of you. You've been most kind. The memory of serving the late Archduke was as one light in the darkness, and now that light burns a little more brightly. It's nothing but a fantasy, of course, but it's better than the truth of the
final
matter. A damn
one.
sight better. The blight is on our doorstep. Our harvests are failing. The people are leaving in droves. If it weren't for Lady Hannah selling half her worldly goods to provide for the few of us who stayed behind, we would long since have starved. We want to keep the bearers safe here, we really do. But unless a miracle happens, we won't be able to spare a crust of bread to share between them soon enough.
Is it really that bad?
So bad, I even petitioned the Imperial garrison to take them. But when they found out where they'd come from, they damn near spat in our faces. Ducal dogs, they called them. Enemies of the Empire.
I know a man named Sid, who would gladly give a home to any bearer in need of one. Leave this with me. As soon as I return from Phoenix Gate, I'll speak with him.
Thank you, my lord. Will you be passing through Eastpool on your way back? I should very much like to speak with you again, if you have the time, regarding the future of the village, and what might be done for Lady Hannah. After all, she's done for us.
Yes, of course. I'll be back anon.
Fare you well, my lord, my lady. I wish you a safe journey.
Everyone in this game seems attracted to death flags. True. You think it was weird I suddenly used caps correctly? Oh, I didn't even realize, honestly. Okay. I just know sometimes you write in caps lock because I think you have that bound to one of your keys in 14. The
Deadlands are aptly named.
I didn't realize they were this close.
No wonder their crops are failing. The blight is leaching the ether from the soil.
Yeah, I think he uses
the last drop is
caps
drained,
lock
their
on
fields
that's one of
will
his
turn to
buttons.
this.
I think so.
No plants, no animals, no life.
And no monsters. I
Oh, you
suppose
hit it
that's
when you're
one
playing.
small
Okay, my
mercy.
bad. My bad. Am I supposed to go this way, Torgal? That did not tell me. Okay.
What's this? Another relic of the fallen.
Oh god, sticky keys, yeah. I don't use shift at all for that reason. I just use control and alt.
We won't be able to use any magic here.
Another thing to worry about. As if the absence of ether didn't cause enough problems.
Oh, so they can't use magic
Take away the
here.
lad's life force.
Interesting.
And problems are all that's left.
I thought because they're icons they could use magic. Like they're an exception to that rule. But I guess Aether has to be in the air.
I can hardly imagine what this place used to look like before the Blight took it.
I remember. It was beautiful.
Never accidentally turn it on? Oh, okay. You're better than me. I'll tell you that. Okay, well, good thing I didn't need to fight there.
There it is. Phoenix Gate. Where it all went wrong.
Come on, Clive. It's time to discover the truth.
But sometimes the truth is hard to swallow. Like they're awkwardly going down rocks, because you can really screw yourself over with rocks.
It's almost as if time had stood still.
I suppose no one had any cause to return here. No. It's just as I left it. Let's have a look around. Could I have done this?
Could anyone?
I mean, no? Unless that's, I misunderstood what she meant. I don't know if this is going to lead into like a big cutscene where they do that JRPG thing where you walk like 10 steps and it goes into another cutscene.
What is it, Torgal? Clive.
That's him. He's the only one who can tell me what happened. I have to know.
Fight time? Oh, okay, maybe not.
Where is he?
Nowhere to be seen.
Damn it! He's like a bloody eel.
What is this place
Slippery?
anyway? Some sort of shrine?
Oh, sorry. You've never been here before. This is the Hall of the Gate.
The gate?
It's a relic of the Fallen. Only the Phoenix's dominant can open it.
Hence the castle's name. This was where Joshua was supposed to...
Yes. He would have stepped through this door the next morning and listened to the words of our ancestors.
Can he do that?
Would you have gone with him?
No. The apodatory is holy ground. None but the dominant may enter. I and the other shields would have stood guard here and prayed for my brother's safe return. Where the hell did he go?
Perhaps he went inside.
He couldn't have. He'd need the power of the Phoenix.
Unless...
Thank you, Joshua.
Are you sure about this?
I still wonder if he's ever going to explain the whole Phoenix thing with him.
Nevermore.
Not with Joshua, but with him. Like, we know he was blessed, and that's good, but... like, what else does that entail, you know?
Another gate. Let's see if this one opens.
Oh, fancy gate.
Could this place really be a fallen ruin?
This definitely looks like a boss fight.
Hardly call it a ruin. It's perfect. Like it was built yesterday.
Have you ever seen anything like this? Jill?
What do we do?
The usual.
Island Boy. Oh. I thought it was jumping to something else. Well, maybe it is. Thought we'd fight more. They got lightsabers? Okay. This guy's got a fake Monado.
Yeah, boy. Get him. Don't let them get away.
Can I grab this one? Yes.
How can these things still function?
How can any of this?
Either.
This
Yes.
must be what the fallen ruins were like before they fell.
I'm not sure. Well, yeah, now half this is destroyed, but
No mistakes.
I don't know how he shifted to the other one, but
Give them all you've got, boy. Keep your distance, boy.
like this has a light on it. Looks cool. The way the door like opens looks so cool.
Looks like it could take a beating.
Then let's give it one.
Oh. Oh. Okay. Did not expect reach. Oops, get out of there. Oh. Oh my god, he hit behind himself.
Well done, Torgal. Keep your distance, boy. Get him.
Back out of that. Oh.
Not this time.
Too early. Oh, you can get under him. Okay.
Keep your distance, boy. Give them all you've got, boy.
Does any of this make sense to you?
Those things will become,
Let's find the hooded man
I think,
and leave.
more of an issue later. Like if there's a stronger version of that, I think that's gonna be an issue. bombs.
Whatever they are, I don't think they're friendly.
The original Enrage enemies.
Stay down.
Oh, there he goes. No.
Give them all you've got, boy.
I was kind of curious if they would absorb the fire, but yeah. I don't think elemental weaknesses are going to be a huge thing in this game. Maybe.
Would Joshua have had to run this gauntlet too?
No. At least not that I ever heard about. I imagine the Phoenix would receive a warmer welcome.
I do like how this area looks, though.
Here we go again. Where will we end up this time?
Surrounded by contraptions hell-bent on murdering us, I expect. Could the hooded man really have taken this path?
We won't know until we've followed it all the way to the end. Come on, let's keep looking.
Probably not, because... you would see all these doors opening, like, ahead of them. Another one. Oh, this has friends this time. Oh, I should move backwards. You'd have to get that right, otherwise... Where's the other one? Did they kill him?
Too slow. Don't let them get away. There, boy. Get him, boy.
Oh, great.
That'll help.
It looked like they died pretty quick. No.
Too slow.
Back.
Give them all you've got, boy.
Ugh.
Don't let them get away.
I keep forgetting to actually upgrade all my abilities. Probably help.
Too slow.
Grab
Not this time.
Dang, the double finishing. It looks cool. I don't know if she's just doing that on purpose or not, but it looks cool either way.
Give them all you've got, boy.
Look out! There's more of them.
The bombs.
Rest.
It's like the stubbiest auto attack. Like you almost can't tell it's hitting you. Ugh. That's the item I think you could have bought earlier, but good thing I did. Get it for free. Another elevator. Cutscene? Yeah.
I don't like this.
Seems the feeling's mutual. Not for long, it isn't. With me. Don't let them get away. Keep your distance, boy. There. It's down.
This is our chance.
Oh, have I been muted the whole time? Oh my god. I was talking the whole time. I apologize. Classic accidental mute.
It's done.
What are these creatures? And why do they keep attacking us?
No. I was talking.
They're probably asking themselves the same thing.
Yeah, it's fine.
We're the ones trespassing here.
It happens.
They're just protecting their home. Jill, look.
that some kind of mural?
It's worth a closer look, whatever it is.
Oh, I thought I'd just run off. No, even when I am focused, I'll just talk a little less, but yeah. It's fine. It happens. I don't do it as much as I used to, though, which is good. You talk about random BS. Yeah, same. Sometimes I get quiet. It depends on how much concentration I need. Otherwise, I'll just talk.
All right then.
Oh, Lich. Bugs people. Yeah, because a lot of people, when they focus, they need quiet. I don't, but I understand. Then again, it's a team game, so I shouldn't just do what I do because my preferences. But I'm not a fan of being silent in general. Like, I don't like hearing silence, if that makes sense. Oh, okay.
It would seem this place holds even more secrets than we thought.
Oh. Oh, wait, no. Can I just hop over this or no? No? Okay. Yeah, I understand.
Look out! It's over.
Sid being Ramu intentional tactics reference? It might be, yeah. Thunder God Sid. It absolutely could. Yeah, Sid is a beast in tactics. He's an old dude. And he's a beast.
Another fallen wonder.
Like, he's so good, you can basically have a lot of units you've trained up and cross-class and whatnot, and you can just immediately substitute them for Sid. That's how good he is. Wait, did I go the wrong way? I know there was two ways here, but I don't know. Yeah, Sid, he's good. He can take a hit. He destroys everything in his path. He's good. And he has range for a melee unit, which is really hard to come by in that game.
Where do they all come from? Keep your distance, boy. Stay down.
Yeah, all the magic blade units were like insanely good. Agrius.
Lights.
There was a ton of them.
Well, that did something.
Okay, so I didn't do this wrong. Good. Oh, maybe cutscene? Actual cutscene?
So, it isn't a dead end after all.
Apparently not.
I'm assuming there's gonna be something here.
It all seems to lead to this room.
And look what's in it.
Boss fight, I'm assuming.
How old do you suppose this is?
Oh, it's like
1,000 years?
Ifrit riding Phoenix,
More?
I guess.
I don't know. I've never seen anything like it before. Who is that in the middle, do you think? Some sort of god.
Time stopped again.
You're him. The second dominant of fire. Who are you?
I think it's him. Yep. The screen shake is kind of weird. It seemed very artificial.
What?
Oh, it's definitely boss time.
I'm back.
Joshua! Stop it! Please! Stop!
Oh, damn that yell. Yeah, Ifrit is absolutely brutal in this game. I agree.
I did this. I killed him. Joshua chose me to be his shield. He gave me his blessing and asked me to keep him safe.
Oh, so you about to have a Persona moment?
I should have protected him that day. It was my duty.
Clive.
Joshua.
I love how the background looks, though.
I'm sorry.
Even though it's kind of like a horrific thing. But it looks cool.
Failed you.
Joshua died. I killed him. And I blamed another for what I did. To spare myself the guilt. I feared that by accepting it, I would lose what little was left of me. So I ran. From everything. And now? Are you ready to accept the truth? I am. I know it won't be easy, but it's what I must do. So that Joshua's soul can finally rest in peace.
He's just basically having hardcore therapy right now. He's gonna fight you three. I mean, this makes sense.
No matter how bitter the truth that awaits me, I will press on.
Come, Ifrit. Show me who you truly are.
Like barely hurting. Ooh. All his moves are huge, so I gotta be careful. Just both good and bad. I don't know if that counts as a projectile. That might have killed me if I tried it. Okay. It was a little too easy. I'm guessing something's gonna happen.
still you deny it. Even when the truth's staring right at you. Come on, Clive. Face your fears. Too slow. Not this time.
I'm trying to hold that.
Not this time. Too slow. Not this time.
Good thing he doesn't actually fight how I fight, otherwise this would be a lot harder. Match if the AI mirrored, exactly. That'd be real bad. Oh. Looks cool as hell. Super anime, but cool.
I see. You'd have me learn by example.
Oh. Did not expect the 5-piece there. Oh god. Oh no, AoE.
This time.
My cooldowns. Keep accidentally trying to hit like the Torgal thing. Oh, Hellfire. Is this like his limit break? Like, see if he has an actual move for it. Oh my god, you can parry that. Holy crap. Not believe that. That's really cool to know though. Corruption. Oh god. This is just like 14. Dodging the puddles in the ground. Yeah, music is great here.
It's all right. I'm done running from you. Together, then. It's time to find out who we are, once and for all.
His form looks cooler though.
Show yourself, Ifrit.
Oh, that still works. Cool. Oh, LB lunge. Oh, wow. Okay. Truth of it now. You are not afraid. I am. Oh. Did not expect this. Dang, posed on him. Like literally just did his victory pose on him. That was a pretty great sequence. I like that a lot.
Clive, are you all right?
Jill. It's nothing. I'll be fine. No more chasing shadows. The hooded man isn't here. We should go.
Clive, are you sure you're all right? Whatever it is, you can tell me.
I had a hard enough time telling myself. I awakened as a dominant of fire, right here in this castle, and I've been running from it ever since. But now I know for certain who I really am. The second icon of fire, who killed my brother and burned this castle to the ground, was me. Ifrit.
Clive.
I took so many lives that night, and destroyed so many more, including yours. And I must atone for the crimes I've committed. But not before I learn the whole truth. How can a second icon of fire even exist? And why was I chosen as its dominant? Who is the hooded man who brought us here? And what does he want? I need to know. And since I'm still breathing, I might as well make myself useful.
We'll find your answers together. I want to learn the truth too. There'll be time enough for atonement when we're done.
I was hoping you'd say that. I don't think I could do this without you. You never were one to hide from the truth, even when we were young. And you haven't changed a bit.
You're wrong. I have changed. But I don't want to be that person anymore. The things she did were unforgivable. And yet, they're what brought us back together.
Thank you, Jill.
If he is here, then the disturbance I felt at the care must have been confounded. The hour is later than I thought.
Tell me, who did this, or I'll see you.
I think I was muted again.
same fate.
My bad. But yeah, no. He looked fine when he was first
The man
was shown.
who delivered the coffer said... He said Sid paid him.
He looked kind of weird there, but yo, when he took off his hood.
I let you run amok with the rest of your rats, and this is how you repay me? Well, Find out where he is. I'll crush him, flay him, rip out his heart, him and all his filthy brood, and send every last one of them to hell. Out. No!
Yes, yes, my lord.
I'm guessing that's a head in a box. Probably her head. But...
Benedicta.
She didn't look, yeah. Yeah, the worst part is that he doesn't know he's being like 2-timed. Oh, E3. Okay. Are shared with Phoenix. Oh. Oh, so that form is called semi-prime when they like do the mix. Oh, he gets HP regen too.
So, what next?
We return to Eastpool. I promised the mayor I'd talk to him again. About Lady Hannah amongst other things. Though she may be loath to leave, I can't help thinking she'd be safer with Sid too.
All right.
Yeah, she was only
We
with
should
him
arrange
for
an
that.
introduction, then.
But it's also sad because we know that Sid didn't set this up because he literally like felt bad that she died. So growl. I can't charge. I can't use my spell. Oh, I could use it here.
Come on.
Yeah, it just doesn't work if I try it. You just hear like a slight doop, 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 doop sound. Yeah, it's neat. Although, let me see. I know some guy's not here, but he would have busted my balls about not spending points by now. Okay. Oh. Ooh, that looks good. Inflicting multiple hits. Clive has a small thigh window. Oh, does he? Oh wait. Oh, so do I have to unlock the limit break? Oh no. Probably just gonna make it better. Okay. Yeah, I haven't unlocked anything. Ignition seems good, yeah. Just wish I had more slots. I wish Ifrit counted his own. I wish they didn't share. Because the Phoenix stuff is useful already. Burning Blade doesn't seem too bad. It's cheap. I'm guessing Taunting does the same thing it does in like Devil May Cry. Yeah, I can fully upgrade it, but I may not right now. Unless fully upgrading it, like, makes it faster. Like, you can accrue it faster, but I don't think so. Aerial Blast seems like it actually might be worth it, to be honest. Even though it probably has, like, an insanely long cooldown. But yeah, that is like just the coverage for aerial blast might be worth it. Because the other move, Wicked Wheel, it's okay. It is okay. It's the same damage. Base LBs doesn't last long as Cyber. Okay. It gives you 4 bars. Oh, okay. Alright. It was intended. I just wanted to save because I knew I would get LB here. Troops. Damn.
What happened here?
Imperials.
They weren't even gone that long.
You'll pay for this.
We've got a live one.
What are you doing here?
Remember our orders? No survivors!
Who would order such a thing?
So we're seeing 4 bars of LB instead of 3. I mean, we have seen 3 or 4 before. With Galidibus and stuff.
Give me fire!
Okay, I got like 2 bars of LB. I know it wants you to use it, but I don't think you have to.
Thought you could escape us, did you, Branded? You were born enslaved. Kill all the ducal dogs!
Ducal dogs?
We're innocent people!
Oh, I'm not on the torque. Like, where are my follow-ups? Okay. Healer LB.
It's over. You know what to do, boy.
Also, hey, someday. Yeah, I just spent a huge stock load of points that I forgot to spend. But it actually turned out really good because now my LB is maxed. It was definitely intended. No, Torgo, you knocked it down. Oh my god. Can't even see what I'm hitting right now. Have mercy, he says.
Keep your distance.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do aerial blast, not points again. The cool thing is that you can refund everything, so if later you're like, man, I messed up, like speccing into Garuda or something, you can just undo it, which is really nice. I do like that a lot. It's Resident Evil 4?
Burn! The bearers and those who sheltered them. By Empress Annibella's command!
Is that his mom? I forget her name.
My mother ordered
Yeah.
Clive.
I know. You can wait.
Where's the other one? Are they dead? Okay. Should have saved my LB for this
This time.
Give them all you've got, boy.
Yeah, LB is literally just double trigger. Straight up. It gives you all the same benefits. Okay. Ooh, got stunned.
Don't let them get away. This time.
Oh, you can cancel the animation. Ooh. Like when they go down, I think you can literally use the LB animation to cancel it, so you can get into hitting them faster. I could be wrong, but it seemed that way. I'll test it more. Oh, the song is from the OVA? Cool. Yeah, I gotta find it so we can watch it.
I'm sorry, Lady Hannah.
Damn. At least she gave him a cool ass outfit.
So much better. All of these people did. Better than my mother.
We're too late. Gav. Clive.
They're way too late.
Acting on the orders of the Duchess, eh? We knew Eastpool was harbouring bearers. Thought they were safe enough hidden up here, but someone must have let slip. If they'd have only come to us sooner, none of this would have had to happen. Fuck!
My mother always did despise bearers. The way Father embraced them when the other nations spat on them as slaves. The way an accident of birth gave them a power that others lacked.
But why kill everyone? They meant no harm. They just wanted to be free.
This world judges that a crime punishable by death. Which is why we're going to change it. Gav, we want to help.
Thought you'd got your own stuff to be getting on with.
We do. But it can wait.
In that case, we should head back and tell Sid you've had a change of heart. He was always on it yet to join us.
All right.
And we'd best be quick. Last I heard, he was planning another excursion.
What about the villagers?
Aye. Can I leave yous lot to take care of things here?
Of course. We'll make sure they get a proper burial.
Thank you. All of you.
When you're ready, then.
Now, rats, lead me to your nest.
Suspicious character.
Lord Kupka has a message for your leader. If only he knew where to send it.
I keep forgetting the Titan dude has like the name of a Moogle. Like you can't tell me Kupka sounds like it isn't a Moogle.
To Sid Solar, then. We have a lot to discuss.
let me check out my
I heard
gear.
Otto barking at his lot earlier. Sound happy.
Look what the curl dragged in. Going purse weighing you down.
Oh, that's new.
It'd better all be here. You'll not find a better price than that.
Even though last time she's like, you robbed me blind.
Make it quick. What do you want?
It's still not as good. Okay, he can't really empower his sword.
Anything else?
This could be one of those things where, like, it's gonna be his ultimate weapon, but it'll get powered up by different means. I think so. I think we're going the wrong way. Yeah. It's just for new fights, like data for it, but
Don't mind me. Just taking it.
We can keep running. Or we can walk through this door.
I mean, I don't even know if running is an option for them.
This place is getting more crowded by the day.
I tell myself the bustle's a blessing. There'll be time enough for quiet contemplation when I'm dead. So, did you find the answers you were looking for?
I still don't know what to make of this gift, curse, or whatever it is I've been given. But there is one thing I can say for certain. I am a dominant. Ifrit. And there is nothing I can do to change that. It is a burden.
It's funny because no one knows who Ifrit is. They're just like, what the hell? Like, they know who the Phoenix is, but...
Spoken true. Forgiveness and in turn salvation can only begin with acceptance. It's a path we all must walk, no matter how colourful our histories.
Sid, you once told me that you wanted to build a place where people could die on their own terms.
I did.
I've been thinking about that. Why not a place where people can live on their own terms? For 13 years, killing was all I knew. So obsessed with death that I never stopped to consider the lives of those around me.
Why does that sound so loud?
Lives that I see now were scarcely worth living. Be they bearers or beggars.
I plugged it in.
Most march blindly to their end, never realizing that they too deserve a choice. And I dare not turn a blind eye to their suffering any longer.
So, atonement then, is it?
That was the answer we found.
The only one we need.
I love how she's supporting him.
I'll be expecting you both to pull your weight.
I'm here for it.
And we will.
Well then, with a sprinkle of fire and ice, this plan of mine might just work.
What trouble are you looking to get yourself into
Prelude.
now?
Love it.
The best kind. We're going to sneak into the Imperial capital and pay a visit to Mother.
White worm.
And the last of our farmholds in the eastern provinces has succumbed to the blight.
Without their yield, you'll be hard-pressed to fill the capital's granaries before winter.
If there is a capital by then, the black creeps closer as we speak.
And yet you do naught but bawl and bluster.
Smelling the roses? No, that's not a rose.
Your radiance?
Oh, is this what's Face's dad? Dion, I think.
If it is fertile land the Empire requires, we need
Sylvester.
to look south.
If you mean the crystalline Dominion's holdings, we are bound by mutual accord. Theirs is a neutral state whose borders we are sworn to respect.
Gentlemen, did we swear to see our people starve?
Well, I really do think that...
How many bearded men? Yeah.
The gates of Oriflamme buckle at the flood of those come seeking refuge from the Blight. If there is not grain enough to feed those within our walls,
I like how he
pray tell, will we feed those without?
has a whole silver plate for the flour.
But instead of setting your minds to riddles such as these, you lock horns with an enemy from across the sea, sending our soldiers to the slaughter in their thousands. The Empire bleeds, and you sit here prattling like crones in a tea house. And you fancy yourselves leaders of men. Sanbreque is naught without her citizens. We are but their servants. If their land is being wrested away, it is our duty to claim new lands for them.
Your Radiance! You cannot mean a war of conquest.
Probably.
That is exactly what I mean. It is time we expanded our dominion. This is the will of great Grieger.
There will be uproar. Then we must find a way to distract the citizenry. But how much will that cost?
And what of our legions? Shall we raise the furs?
Well, someone will have to contend with the Dalmex.
I will not keep you. You all have much to do.
He's like, I don't want to hear it. I'm out of here. Yeah, I think this is the, I'm correct, the dominant for Bahamut, his father. Because he kept calling him his Radiance.
Where is my son?
The Lord Prince is currently garrisoned at the Strait of Orther. If it please you, I can send word requesting his immediate return to the Holy Capital.
That won't be necessary. Tell him instead to see to his wounds. Bahamut's strength will be needed again soon.
As you command.
I must have misheard. You mean to tell me that the Mother Crystals are the reason the world is dying? Are you mad?
I have been called that on occasion, but no, not today. We've all seen it firsthand. Empty wastes where once were green
It's like
meadows.
the Bravely Default,
So dry of its ether, not even
like
the
a
rats
theory on
remain.
crystals.
But where was it all going? I spent years searching for an answer until I saw it standing right in front of me. There, in the self-same crystals we look to for their so-called blessing. All right, listen. Take this crystal. How does it allow us to conjure magics? Answer, by drawing ambient ether from the air. And where do these crystals come from?
That's easy. They're mine from the Mother Crystals.
They're one and the same. Although admittedly this here fits more easily in the pocket.
But the Mother Crystals are massive. Some as large as mountains.
So you see the problem. Imagine just how much ether can be drawn by something that size. As to where it's all going, mind, well, I can't know everything, can I?
We are taught that the Mother Crystals are divine. Their ether a gift from the heavens. For centuries, nations have fought and fallen for want of that gift. If what you say is true, how did no one else see it?
Who says they didn't? Maybe the truth was inconvenient.
That's true. Yeah. That's a good point.
Inconvenient to whom, exactly?
The higher-ups? The gods themselves?
So now you want to do something about the crystals. And what? We're not helping bearers and dominants anymore.
I didn't say that. I made a promise and I intend to keep it. But if we continue down this path, there's only one fate that awaits
Yeah,
around.
if there is no land to live on, it doesn't matter how many
We
people you
can't
save.
very well set our people free if they're all lying dead in a blighted ditch. Not if we want to create a place where they can live on their own terms anyway. Sort of defeats the purpose. So, if we have to bring the old world crashing down in order to build us a new one, what say you? Are you with me?
Eidolon is not gonna like this. I will tell you right now.
I suppose it's about time I repaid your faith.
You could have just said aye. But it's nice to have you aboard all the same.
What have I got myself into?
Okay.
I'm going to need more than a few
Look
potions
what
for
happened to
this.
her. Exactly. There's still a mission I haven't done, but it's okay. It's just like 14. You leave it there in the corner and forget about it. It's identical. Do you have any other orchestrion? Oh, I do. It's on the other side, I think.
Clive, was it?
I heard Otto barking at his lot earlier. Didn't sound happy.
Actually, let me look here first.
So what God's forsaken corner of the realm is Sid dragging you off to this time?
Oriflamme.
The holy capital. And what business would you lot having? On second thoughts, I don't want to know.
Yeah, see? She stays in her lane and I can respect that. I think we have this one, right? Oh, reduces cooldown. That might be good, but 2.7 seconds is like... If that could be improved, that would be really good. Lionheart tonic. Oh, nice.
You'll not find a better price than that. Speaking of Oriflamme, I hear the trading routes leading south have seen more than double the usual traffic. If you ask me, somewhat foul's brewing. And it ain't Tyre's borbile tea. Oh, just go and see Otto, will you?
All right.
Also, it hasn't explained it, but Clive can somehow understand Moogles, because they don't speak English in this game, I guess.
Not bad, if I do say so myself.
Like, he hasn't explained it, but he's the only one that can... Ooh, look at the weapon. It's so edgy. I love it. So... I would not be surprised if we saw, like, a Dark Knight weapon from 14 in this game, just, like, as a common item or something.
To send a message.
Would not be surprised.
You've lost a letter. Nothing too important, I hope.
Not just a letter. I lost everything. There's a hole in my damn pack, and fool that I am, I
didn't bloody notice.
It can't be that bad, surely.
How could it be any worse? I'm a courier. I carry things. If I can't do my job right, then what am I good for?
USPS will not be
Nothing,
happy
that's
about
what.
this.
I buggered it right up. That means no herbs for the infirmary, and no fresh meat for our cooking pots. Worst of all, that letter I lost? It was for Sid. A letter he's been waiting on for days.
Maybe if you retrace your steps.
I'd scour Storm from coast to coast if I could, but there are curse breakers in the field, counting on my arrival. No, I'll just have to own up to Otto and Sid. They're gonna skin me alive.
Makes you think it was 14's engine.
Tell me where to look.
Are you serious? Thank you.
At least the grapes are
It sounds
HD,
like the hideaway
though.
could use those supplies. So, where should I start?
Gotan's bales, perhaps? I took a tumble in the bushes when I was passing through. There's a chance my pack might have caught on something. If you can find everything I dropped, you'll be doing us all a favor. And if you can find Sid's letter, you'll be saving my life.
If it's there, I'll find it.
Wonderful. Now, I have to run if I'm to make my next delivery in time. I trust you can find your way to Gotan's bales. Oh, and hurry, will you? Sid doesn't like to be kept waiting.
I'm sure he doesn't.
He'll be fine.
The letter won't last very long out in the elements. I should make for Sambrek as soon as I can.
I don't know if I'm gonna make that. I guess we'll see.
There's a commotion in the main hall.
Oh, this guy is dying. I forgot. It's the grapes with 2 polygons, or they had like the exact same model as like the Orosite too, because it was like super rigid on each side. You know what I mean? It looked literally like it was made of like the white Orosite they use for the Asians.
He's never listening. Where are you, Randall?
Is everything all right?
Forgive me, young man. I was in a world of my own. I'm worried about my friend, you see. He left some time ago and hasn't returned. You know what it's like out there for a bearer on his own.
Why leave the safety of the hideaway?
For coin. Sad though it is, our need outweighs the risk. The hideaway can't survive on goodwill alone. And though Karen does what she can, her coffers aren't bottomless. Wait, you were a soldier, were you not? In the Imperial Army?
I was.
Then I ask a favour of you. I'm too old to be traipsing hither
Was
and yon.
begrudgingly.
Will you go and find him for me?
I'll do what I can.
Oh, thank you.
What can you tell me about your friend?
His name is Randall, and I suspect you'll find him in Lost Wing. He's been working for Quinton, the tavern keeper. He'll know something, I'm sure.
I'll speak to him.
Safe travels, my friend.
You don't like how, yeah? Same.
Randall went off to Lost Wing on a job. Portering, I believe. I expect the tavern keeper will know more.
Okay.
Take a seat, Clive.
So you're really going through with it? Sid's been talking about bringing down a mother crystal since I've known him. But that's all it's ever been. Talk.
He's convinced it's the right thing to do. We'll be leaving for the capital shortly.
Well, you couldn't have picked a better moment. Seems the hiding the Royalists gave him wasn't enough to dampen old Sylvester's spirits. His legions are on the march again, this time due south.
Another war.
All as the great Grieger wills it. Bloodthirsty little miss, that one. But that's God's for you, innit? Still, might
They mentioned a
work to
few
our
gods.
advantage
I'm
on this
curious.
occasion. Wars breed chaos. On the front lines and at home. With a fair wind behind them, a handful of like-minded ne'er-do-wells could melt into the back alleys of Oriflamme. No trouble. It's making it to the capital that's the problem.
The checkpoint.
That's right. Anyone travelling in or out of Oriflamme has to go through Northreach. Lucky for you, I might just know of a way.
This?
Well, no, not that. That gets you an audience with the Dame.
The way he said that.
And it's the Dame who'll see you safely through Northreach. I'll send a Stolas in the morning. Let her know you're coming. We go way back. And she's a true friend of the cause. I'm sure you'll get on like a house on fire.
That's good of you, but who is this Dame, and where will I find her?
She's the proud proprietress of Northreach's foremost house of ill repute, the Vale. And she's quite a woman, if you know what I mean.
A woman? Right.
Don't go blinding her with your charm now, lad. I'll be expecting a full report when you get back.
Okay. Reports are compiled and curse breakers contain information.
I suppose that's everything. Now to find Gav.
Oh, you're the new lad, aren't you?
Lank locked bear.
Goat at your service. Well, at the hideaway service anyway. Otto's put me in charge of reading through the reports sent in by our allies and picking out any problems that might warrant the attention of the curse breakers. Or any other willing volunteers. And there's no shortage of problems, I can tell you. Or maybe I don't have to. I'll warrant a strapping lad like you who's got people begging him for help wherever you go. Anyway, if you're ever interested in taking a look over the list, just say the word. Reckon you could probably tick off the odd thing here and there. They say little acts of kindness are their own reward. But if that ain't enough, these have got proper bounties on them and all. Anything catch your eye?
So this is like the hunting board? Oh.
Well, 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 someone's in a hurry.
Just following orders.
Funny, I never took you for the type.
Can't all be as obedient as you, Gav.
Eh?
Fine day for a little mischief, wouldn't you say?
Is this all of us?
Actually, Gav won't be coming.
His face, he looks so
Just
sad.
the three of us, then.
Drake's Head is the keystone of the Empire. Oriflamme's in chaos, yes, but that doesn't mean we can march an army through her gates. The fewer our numbers, the better our chances of going unnoticed. And should that plan fail, well, we have our icons to fall back on.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Sid, I don't know if I can. Ifrit still seems to come and go as he pleases.
Ordinarily, priming an icon comes naturally to a dominance.
I like when they call it
You are
priming.
no ordinary dominance.
So.
Well, he's still got the blessing of the Phoenix, doesn't he?
Not to mention what he sucked out of Garuda. And did I ever tell you about how he was once the greatest shield in Rosaria? You know, I reckon he could probably cut us a path out of the capital on his own if need be.
Let's try not to find out.
We're less likely to be spotted if we travel separately. I'll meet you in Northreach in a few days.
I mean, Joe's going with me, or are we all just completely?
You two behave now.
can't get a good read on Gav. I can't tell if he's gonna betray everybody or if he's just kind of like an aloof character. So I'm not trying to blame anybody like I do with most games. Like, this person's gonna die, this person's gonna betray you. So I don't know.
We're meeting in Northreach. And will I find Sid and Jill before this dame finds me?
But how did the grocer know his daughter had been stealing?
I think at this point we know who all the icons are. But I mean, if Ifrit is like a hidden one, maybe there's other hidden ones. I think that stands to reason, right? I'll just go here. Oh, this looks so different now that there's not a giant tornado here. This is where you fought Garuda. Like, actual Garuda. But there was a giant tornado here this time. It's beautiful.
Stay down.
Make your character look good with or without mods. That's fair. I mean, I think that's kind of what mods should be, you know, like enhancers. So, like they enhance the experience, but it shouldn't be everything. Like the clothing mods. Because clothing mods are like, you're just wearing like level 1 gear mixed with like whatever else. And your character looks good, but on everyone else's screen, you just look like a clown. So.
Northreach. The soldiers used to speak of a brothel. But that was north of the checkpoint.
I'm gonna check out this area just in case. We're missing one? Let's think. We've got obviously Ifrit, Phoenix, Garuda, Titan, Shiva, Ramu, Odin, Bahamut. I know they've shown Typhon, but I don't think Typhon is one. They showed it as a boss. Typhon was an Edelin in the past, which is like the icon. Because there's 9. If there's 9, I'm gonna guess it's gonna be Alexander or it's gonna be Alexander or a dark one. I would guess. I could be totally wrong. 8 plus Ifrit.
It's over.
Like I'm really not sure. Chocobos. Oh, they have like light reflections off their feathers. That's neat.
Let's make this quick.
Yeah, Ifrit wasn't supposed to exist. But if Ifrit wasn't supposed to exist, it stands to reason that there could be other, like, forbidden... You know?
Get him, boy.
But then, in that whole shrine thing that they were in, it showed that Ifrit was, like, on top of Phoenix. Oh, God. I thought those enemies were gonna join. Where's the other one? Is the sun actually going down, or am I in a different area? Like, I don't know if there's real-time weather. I doubt it, but I know some games like that. Lore entry for icon says there's a warden of fire, ice, thunder. Wait, sorry. Fire, water, thunder, ice, wind, earth, light, and darkness. Okay, so we don't have one for water yet. So Leviathan, I'm assuming. And then light and dark. I mean, light could be whoever, honestly. I mean, I would assume light is Alexander because before the whole time shenanigans, Alexander was like literally like the token light summon. Like that was his thing. So it could be that. And I think Alexander thematically would fit really well. But I don't know. Light is probably Bahamut. Yeah, they could do that too, yeah. Diablos is an option. Absolutely. That's very true. Zodiark, I know, you know, with 14. Zodiark was the thing before 14. And it was a dark aspected one. But that touches into like the Evilise summons, so I don't know. I don't know about that. I know the quest is right there, but I feel like I missed stuff here. But yeah, I think Diablo's definitely an option. I'm not sure what else. They could just make new ones too, honestly. Like that is definitely an option. I haven't unlocked any of the hunts yet either. I know that's a mechanic in this. So.
It's over.
Torgal? Hop? Torgal? Oh, I'm in the wrong one. Oh my god. I've been using items the whole time, Christ. I'm like waiting for my combo extension and I'm pressing like the down button, which is what it would be, but it's on the wrong. Yeah. All right, let's go to the objective. I never know how to pronounce his name, because in my head it's like Goetz, and I'm pretty sure it's not. But I think it's like Goetz. Like he's a gangster or something.
What did you say was in these pies again?
Goots.
Welcome, good... Bagger off, Branded. Can't you see I'm with a customer?
Damn. Torgal, attack him. Torgal. Torgal, please.
Oh, and a chine of roast end.
Fresh fish, all from the Sea of Grace.
You there? Fancy a drop of the Empire's finest?
Well, there was a dude named like Bernand earlier, and they pronounced his name like completely different. But, or it was like, yeah, I don't know how they pronounced it, but I was like, I've never heard that. But it was like Bernard. What's the name? And it was like Bernad or something, and I was like, what?
You want something, you come back with your master. I won't sell to some stray Branded.
And what can I do for you?
Calling all besties. I know, right? 30. Okay, it shows what I've owned. I like how your inventory is different for whatever it is. Like, you can have 99 of these, right? But you can have basically 1,000 of these.
An excellent choice.
I don't like how she said that.
A moment, my lady.
A moment? I doubt you could afford even that much of my time.
Oh, God.
Branded.
My mistake.
No, mine. Upon reflection, you don't have the scent of a branded about you. The flowers. Otto always did know how to please me. More than Sid ever did anyway. Do you think you could please me, Clive?
Oh, God.
You're the dame.
Let us leave such impersonal titles to my less preferred clientele. You can call me Isabel. Otto assured me I could trust you. I can trust you, can't I?
You can trust me, yes, but why would you?
Help you? Because that's what we do. Long ago, Sid did me a kindness when no one else would. I have never forgotten that. Without it, I would not be where I am today. And so, I make it a point to do the same whenever possible. Which brings us here. To the final obstacle between you and whatever it is you seek in the holy capital. I fear the guards are not likely to let a masterless bearer pass unmolested. Unless... Unless, of course, his master deigned to appear. Yes, that will do nicely. But I shall expect a favor in return.
Wait, what?
Where's Jill? Is she watching this happen?
Are you gonna buy something or not?
Clive is bad with warning women.
What the hell are you doing?
Tut tut. We cannot have
That's
people
fair.
thinking I tolerate disobedience from my branded.
The men who gave me this are no more my masters than you are.
I think she's saying she's gonna use it as a disguise.
It's not as if I can hide it.
From the moment you acquired it, that brand has done naught but take. But today, it is going to give you exactly what you want.
She's just explaining this in a really sensual way of being like, I'm gonna help you in.
Madame, back to the Vale already?
But of course, we must make ready to welcome you, my dear.
And who might this be?
Why, my new escort. The streets aren't safe for a girl, what with all the royalists about.
Well, don't work him too hard.
Well, that rather depends on you now, doesn't it? I'll see you all at sunset.
Oi, hold up. Another fucking branded. Well, you're lucky you're with the dame.
Kinda weird
Get
how
out of
everyone
my
calls her the
sight,
dame.
Filth.
That wasn't so bad.
Wasn't so bad. They might have recognized me.
But they didn't. And even if they had, they wouldn't have done anything about it.
Can't like
The
put his hood
gentlemen
on or
of the
something?
Garrison are some of my best customers. We have an arrangement, as do you and I. Now, if you'd care to follow me, we can speak more at the Vale.
Doesn't seem like I have much of a choice.
Sweet. I assume this is just cutscenes, which is why I didn't switch back.
And if anyone requests her company, tell them she is feeling unwell.
Madame, you look stunning.
As do you, my dear.
Shall I have one of the girls draw a bath?
That won't be necessary. Clive, my darling. Welcome to the Vale.
Okay. So this is the brothel, I guess?
Thank you for seeing me through the gates, my lady. I am in your debt.
Well, that was the whole point, wasn't it? And I told you. It's Isabel.
He's just being nice.
Whatever wound you so tight, I wonder. It's certainly not Sid's influence.
You, mentioned a favor. What is it you'd have me do? I don't want to keep my companions waiting.
If you mean Sid and the girl, you needn't worry. They have yet to reach the checkpoint. Yes, Otto asked me to help them as well. But to answer your question, I need you to find someone for me. One of my girls. Tatienne has been gone for several days now, having left no word of explanation.
So we gotta go find her.
And I began to fear the worst.
I feel as if I've spent my whole life searching for people. No, I can't say I'm any good at it.
I trust you'll do your best. Oh, and take this.
Moon and stars. I got everyone has
Of that
seals.
trust, and hopefully enough to keep prying eyes from looking too closely at that
Does it really like
handsome
them?
face of yours. Now, I have matters to attend to at the Iron Flagon. If you find anything, ask for me there.
I should probably start here.
Okay, no. I thought we had to go there.
You wear the dame's brooch. She must trust you.
Enough to have me look for one of your colleagues. A woman by the name of Tatienne.
She's still missing then. Oh, if only I'd comforted her.
You saw her before she disappeared.
The day before, she was in tears. She'd lost her comb, a gift from the dame. It wasn't anything fancy, but you could tell it meant the world to her. You see, Tatienne was an orphan, and she looked upon the dame as a mother, as do we all.
So she was upset.
And I didn't lend her my shoulder. But perhaps someone else did. Tatienne shared a room. Her chambermaid may have seen something. She's over there, sitting by the pond.
Thank you. Let's see what her chambermaid can tell us then.
So you're
Well, you could just skip.
the girls have been talking about. And you've already been sent off on an errand, eh? Poor boy. You'll be knackered before the real work begins later on tonight.
Oh my god.
I'm told you share a bedchamber with Tatienne.
He's like, I'm just gonna ignore that.
Say anything to you before?
Before she went missing. Only that she needed to meet with someone. She did mention a name, but I know exactly who she meant.
You do?
Lad from the garrison. Annoying little shit. Spent every guil he earned on Tatienne, and picked fights with anyone else who tried to buy her time. Followed her around like a lost puppy. Tatienne was flattered at first, but it didn't take long for her to get scared. She thought about saying something. But the dame was so proud of her for how much she was bringing in, and she didn't want to let her down.
This man from the garrison. Did you ever see him?
Of course I did. He tried to sneak into our room enough times. Slimy sod's got a scar over one eye. Claims he got it in battle.
You've been very helpful.
Don't let him get away with this. Find him, and you'll find her.
A man from the garrison. Seems a trip to the barracks is in order.
Those quests here as well.
I haven't seen you around the Vale of late.
Excuse me, you there? The gentleman with the sword?
Surprised they talked to him.
I cannot help but notice you bear the moon and stars. So you are an associate of the dames? Might I trouble you for some assistance? You'll be rewarded, of course.
And who exactly would I be assisting?
Oh, forgive me. I am Etienne, a humble merchant, though fortunate enough to count the dame among my acquaintances. I have business beyond these walls, but the guards have grown somewhat suspicious of my comings and goings of late. I was hoping someone might be kind enough to go in my stead. And who better than someone in the employ of the Vale's proprietress? Would you be willing to help a fellow in his hour of need?
Why not?
Marvelous. The task is simple enough. Pass through the gate and deliver packages to a few of my most valued clients. There are 3 in total: a grocer, an apothecary, and a distiller. You need only mention that the items you carry are fresh from the master's table.
Nothing dangerous, I hope.
Why, of course not. Merely trifles which folk beyond the checkpoint are keen to get their hands on. And though I cannot prevent you from peeking, I advise that you don't. Strongly advise.
The markets are a veritable middle.
Oh, they're all close by. Cool.
That's the day done then.
Oh, so you can freely go in and out now? Okay. I thought you couldn't go in and
Don't
out.
think I haven't got my eye on you, Branded. On you go.
I like how it takes him like a minute
Spices from
to
the
go back and
far
forth.
for the apple of your eye.
Like if you talk to somebody, he kind of like
warn you now.
slowly moves
I
away.
don't sell to your kind, whether you have the coin or not. Where's your master anyway?
Etienne sent me.
Didn't know he had his own bearer. Business must be booming. All right, quickly now, before the guards notice.
Heavy purse.
That isn't a bit. And
What?
this is for Etienne.
I didn't realize you press X to toggle through stuff.
All this for a drink.
Not just any drink. The very best. Specially distilled for my most discerning customers. The guards find that, they'll seize it before you can blink. You keep it well hidden, all right? If Etienne likes it, tell him there's more where
Yeah,
it came from.
it definitely seems
For
like something an
guys,
Octopath.
Of course.
Of course.
Absolutely.
You there? Fancy a drop of the Empire's finest?
No one's allowed through the gate.
Not getting any fresher.
However do they get that cut?
There's nothing here for your kind, Branded. Go on now. Shoot.
I have a delivery from Etienne. Fresh from the master's table.
I like how he's acting like it now.
Why didn't you say so? Times are hard. But this here'll make them less so.
Is he selling
For a while, at
necklaces?
least.
Like
Sorry about the welcome.
those like shell
Meant
necklaces?
nothing by it. You wait right here. Here. You can tell Etienne I'm a man of my word.
I can see like the lens flare on screen.
Oriflamme's finest. Just as promised.
Herbalist.
I have no business with Branded.
Well, I have business with you. A package. Fresh from the Master's table.
I do not know you. Where is the merchant, Etienne?
Somewhere the gate guards won't be paying him or his affairs any mind.
Fine. Hand over the goods and be gone.
I know those people were dicks. Genuinely.
This is lighter than usual. Branded, if I discover you have played me false,
I can always take it back.
you will do no such thing. Your master should cut out your insolent tongue. Had you been the tool of any other man, I would see you clapped in chains. Payment. Take it and get out of my sight.
Jeez.
Cigars.
Those cigars are worth more than your life. Do be careful.
Perfumed cigars and spirits. Someone has expensive tastes. The question
Well, it's
is,
like an entertainment
how
district.
can they afford
So
to maintain them? I suppose there's only one way to find out.
it kind of makes sense.
Well then, I suppose
Should wrap it up unless there's another one.
Ah, you have returned.
I believe these are yours.
That is just a thing from 14. Like the potion. Like that straight up is just the same icon as like elixirs and stuff like that.
Delightful.
Like identical.
The dame will be pleased.
You don't say. And would she be pleased to learn what you had to exchange for those items?
You mean the crystals? No need to be coy, my boy.
Why not just tell me in the first place?
An honest man wears deception like shackles about his ankles. I couldn't risk you stumbling under the gaze of the guards. After all, we both know the punishment for dealing in unsanctioned crystals, even such morsels as I provide. And if you don't know what this day's work may have cost you, then, well, I dare say you'll sleep all the better for it. Despite the risk, our friends beyond the wall gladly give their finest and most treasured wares for the paltry crumbs I trade in.
I didn't realize crystals were so scarce here.
As scarce as chocobo teeth, hence the thriving market for even the scantest fragments. Do you think it vulgar that I profit from the hardship of others?
I mean, kind of.
I think you're doing what you believe is necessary.
Yeah, indeed. And I don't doubt the dame would agree.
I mean, I guess
A
it depends on
reward
which
for a
way.
job well done. I have the goods I was commissioned to gather, and the guards are none the wiser. I thank you, as will our mutual friend when she hears of how you have aided me.
I wish you got skill points. But then I would just hoard them, I guess. So maybe not.
Or did one of them get on this side of the gate?
You're one of the dames, I see. Well,
Sorry, some guy.
You'd best be back to the Vale before the sun sets. Once the men of the garrison have filled their bellies with liquid courage, a brooch won't stay their tempers.
Liquid courage. I love that.
It's not been half a moon since Belen's children.
I mean, that's not the first time I've heard that, but I
I'm
always found
looking
it
for a
funny.
man with a scar over his eye.
Looking for a man? Does this look like a brothel, Branded? Fuck off.
Hold your tongue. He wears the dame's brooch. One word from him and the Vale's doors will be barred to us for good.
There's only one man in the garrison with a dodgy eye. His name's Yannick. I haven't seen him around lately, though.
Yannick.
On account of him being in war. Yeah, Yannick left a few days back. Said he had dealings with a merchant there.
The dame thanks you. Moor is the last village on the road to Oriflamme. I should let Isabel know where I'm headed.
fools there nigh on every night.
I see an item right there, and I'm gonna get it.
Sergeant's got it in for us.
After the music changes immediately. Something ominous.
Clive, tell me you bear good tidings.
That remains to be seen.
Oh, Tatienne, you could have told me.
This Yannick. The soldiers I spoke to believe he's in the village of Moor. According to them, he claimed to have some business with a merchant there. Though that wouldn't explain his continued absence.
And you plan on traveling to Moor to ascertain the truth?
Isn't that what you want?
Oh, it is, but I fear sending you there may cause more harm than good. The people of Moor are rather set in their ways. You'll find they have little love for bearers, and they will not hesitate to report one such as you to the constabulary. There is a man in Moor who owes me a favor. More than one, in fact. His name is Bertrand, and he works at the stables. Tell him I sent you.
I shall return as soon as I find something.
This is outside, yeah. So, yeah, definitely outside. I do not have fast travel though. Gotta hoof it. The environment is really pretty though.
Oriflamme, how many bearers suffer to keep your granaries full?
There's so many blue choke over here. Why are they violent? Like the brown ones don't seem to be, but the blue ones always like want to throw hands. You know what? Before I forget. Oh my god, I got like no SP. It's fine. I was gonna spend points, but not to save a lot, because I wanted a aerial blast. I'm getting like no SP. The mobs don't really give too much. Unless there's a way to like eke out more, but I don't know. I love the snatch, so good. Because he's just minding his business. It's like, nope. Shoot. Oh, I missed it.
Get them all you've got, boys. There, boys.
Bosses give a lot, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying there is no way. I'm just
if the people
not
of Moor
currently.
are as intolerant as Isabel says, it's no wonder the Empire never sent my unit here. Are you Bertrand? The dame sent me.
Sounds about right. Only time I hear from her is when she wants something. Well, go on then. What is it?
One of her courtesans has gone missing, and I need to find her. A soldier who may have information on her whereabouts is rumored to have come here to meet with a trader.
Many traders stopped to peddle their wares on their way to the capital, but only one's been seen quarrelling with a soldier.
Is he still here?
The trader? Oh, yeah. Stubborn sod stood his ground till the soldier got tired of shouting, from what I hear. If you seek him out, keep your head down. Fact is, folks round here would sooner hang a branded than help him. And that's even with the dame's brooch for protection.
Understood.
I mean, he can fight back, but there's probably a lot of people who could not.
What do you want?
Like how he says that and sells to you.
Weren't expecting any new branded until the new moon. You don't think...
What's this? A branded? Where's your master? Must I call for a constable?
I come to you from Northreach, at the behest of the Dame. Perhaps you've heard of her.
Why, of course I have. I am the good lady's servant.
I love how everybody just switches up.
What is it that she requires of me?
Rumor has it you were seen arguing with a soldier some few days ago. A soldier with a scar over his eye.
Yes, that's right. He had a comb which he claimed was an antique. Said he wanted to trade it for a newer one. But old though it was, an antique it most certainly was not, as I told him. Nevertheless, he insisted that it was of great value and was quite vehement about my appraisal. I stood firm, however, and for all his bluster, he still purchased a new comb, albeit an inexpensive one.
And do you know where he went after that?
My customers aren't usually in the habit of telling me whither they are bound, but as it happens, this one did. Yonder ruins, strange as it may sound.
Usually people would never tell. But,
Not at all. I would do anything for the Dame. Anything. Be sure and tell her, won't you, that I was helpful. I mean, most helpful.
You are fortunate to have fallen into the Dame's good graces, but her influence wanes the further you stray from Northreach. Remember that, my wayward.
Like how even the priest is threatening you. Kind of messed up.
It smells of death here, Torgor. Wolves. We can't let them get any closer to the village.
Yeah, I mean, I know. But you would think even the priest, but nope.
Keep your distance, boy. Get him, boy. Flanks. It's over. That's it.
Okay. Imagine having, yeah, exactly. Exactly. Not in my JRPG.
Damn it all. Bodies.
Oh, was it both of them?
Well, the wolves have been busy. But the blood is long dry.
So they were killed prior. The comb. So maybe get the comb for her.
It is you. Tatien.
If that's true, then the body next to hers will be Yannick's. The girl Yannick went off to sea every night. You said her name was Tatienne.
You fell in love with the brothel, I guess.
Did you follow me?
Now, why would I do that? Unless you think I'd have good reason to. But no. I was sent to find Yannick. By the looks of things, I have.
We both found who we were searching for.
Nah, he was a jealous sod. Couldn't stand the thought of his woman with someone else.
Yeah.
Then one day he sees her with a new comb. Thinks she's got herself a new gallant. Tells the garrison he's gonna find the man and kill him.
Jesus.
We know it's all talk, but then he disappears off to more for some dealings and doesn't come back.
If you mean this comb, it was a gift from the dame.
If only Yannick had bothered to ask, eh? He might not be rotting on a hill.
Yeah. I think he meant to ask her something else. He stole the old comb and bought her a new one in the hope they'd wed.
Wed? Where would they have gone? Certainly not back to Northreach with a dame waiting.
I'm guessing run away.
And we all know what happens to deserters. Tell the dame I'm sorry for her loss. When the lads come to collect Yannick's body, I'll see that Tatienne is delivered to the Vale.
Is that wise?
Oh, there won't be any covering up this mess. The most we can hope for is that the dame doesn't hold it against us. Speaking of which, I saw her in Moor just now. Could you tell her what happened? Might sound better coming from you.
Yes. Is less to lose.
I need to tell Isabel. Perhaps the comb will give her something to remember Tatienne by.
Did he take the comb? So it was just like on the floor?
If it was a mess.
You are still in one piece, I see. You will be pleased to hear that your companions have arrived. They said they would meet you at a little chapel to the east of here.
Thank you, but you needn't have come all this way just to tell me.
I assume she's here for something else.
I was on my way to see you.
You found her then?
Unfortunately. Found is correct. You can hear little torgle noises. I guess I can on the right.
My dear Tatienne. It is by no means uncommon for a client to fall for a courtesan. Especially a client who's young and far from home. But rarely do such tales have happy endings.
I found this with Tatienne. I believe it was yours.
Oh, never mind. I thought I read that differently, and I was like, it's all good.
Thank you for returning it. I shall see that it has a place on her pyre.
I should go.
Before you do, I have one last gift. A token of my thanks. The Vale counts among its patrons several high-ranking officers of the Imperial Army.
It's not surprising.
According to one of the looser-tongued gentlemen, it would appear that the legions are planning to march south.
Not to mention the same thing.
But did he mention that it was all of the legions? This is no mere skirmish. Were I to guess, I'd say the Emperor planned to abandon the capital. But that couldn't possibly be true now, could it? Take care, Clive.
I guess she leaves him with a hypothetical. That isn't really a hypothetical. Oops, sorry.
Weren't expecting any new brand.
Why did I say sorry to the NPC? Up here? also love the music tune. Up here it is. Oh, okay. The bush stopped me.
Any trouble on the way?
None worth mentioning.
As I was telling Jill, it's worse than I thought. The capital's crawling with soldiers.
And here I am, the deserter come home.
Which is why we'll be taking the back door.
All of them, or how are they even gonna?
Cheer up, you two. Can't think of a safer place in the Empire than a...
Jeez.
brothel.
Really? Doesn't seem very private.
So then, how do we proceed?
We'll be using the...
I mean, it honestly is kind of private.
Tonight, just after sunset.
Where the shards are loaded for transport. That is one of the most heavily
If
guarded
you do like a
points in all
VIP
of
room,
Sam
yeah,
Rag.
it's probably
But not the most, which is a start. Besides, I know a shortcut straight to the heart.
A shortcut. And how exactly did you come to know about this fatal chink in the Empire's armor?
Let's just say I may have attempted something similar before. And may have ended up running for dear life after being discovered by Bahamut.
Jill's. Jill's not having a good time.
Sid, if the Mother Crystals truly are the cause of the Blight...
If? You wound me, Jill.
What I'm trying to say is, if the powers that be know all of this, why do they sit idle and allow it to continue?
In case you haven't noticed, the God-fearing people of this realm and their pious leaders care for but one thing, themselves. And they'll do whatever it takes to hold on to power. The rest of us are just a means to an end. The moment you raise your voice against them, you're decried as an outlaw, clapped in irons and slung in a cell to rot.
An outlaw.
Whoever controls the crystals controls the realm. But our kind can wield magic without them. To our rulers, we must seem the most convenient of tools. And the most dangerous.
Yep.
But what makes them think they have the right to use us? To leave us to die when our bodies are spent?
Does a nobleman weep for a broken mug? A torn tunic?
That's true, yeah.
Our fate means nothing to them. No, this isn't a battle you can win with words.
Not saying it's right, but obviously.
Believe me, I've tried, but nothing ever gets through. The world is simply not ready to listen. So to hell with talking. If they won't give us a say, we'll decide our fates another way. You can't blame a man for wanting to bring an end to all this. can you?
I can't. But what of all the people you mean to rob of their comforts? Are you happy for them to call you outlaw?
Sid the Outlaw. Aye, that'll do me.
You might at least pretend to take this seriously.
Have a little faith, Jill. Even if you don't think much of my choice of digs. If it means my deeds will be remembered, I'll gladly play the role of villain. But first, we have a gate to crash. And once we're in, there'll be no turning back. So you best make ready. The world won't save itself.
True.